Although Kathleen Kennedy is no longer president of Lucasfilm, she has offered a substantial update on the new Star Wars trilogy being developed by Simon Kinberg. Despite her departure from the company, Kennedy told Deadline that Kinberg's long-rumored trilogy has moved well beyond the early brainstorming phase and is now taking shape. "He's working on it right now," she said. "He wrote something we read back in August, and it was very good, but not complete. We essentially overhauled the story and then spent a lot of time on the new draft, which he literally finished about 4 weeks ago. It's a very detailed treatment, around 70 pages. So we expect to see something from him in March." Back in February 2025, Kennedy herself had first hinted at the development of a new trilogy with Kinberg at the helm. "We're moving full steam ahead," she said at the time. "Everything has gone exceptionally well, and he's literally writing the script as we speak. We'll probably see something concrete around June." Months later, the project remains in active development. Kennedy explained that Kinberg was chosen because of his strong history with Lucasfilm. "He worked with us years ago on the animated series, and it was a wonderful collaboration," she said, referring to Star Wars Rebels. Then he became deeply involved with the X-Men franchise, and now that he's available again, he's slipped back into this world beautifully. "We're genuinely excited about where we're headed." Details about the story itself remain under wraps, though Kennedy confirmed that the trilogy will be set after the events of Episode 7 IX, picking up after The Rise of Skywalker. She also addressed the status of other filmmakers previously linked to Star Wars projects, such as Rian Johnson, James Mangold, Simon Kinberg, and Taika Waititi, clarifying that some ideas are still alive while others have moved to the background. Mangold's project is really on the back burner, as is Soderbergh's. "I think Taika's and Donald's are still somewhat active. It will be up to the new team to decide." Dave and Lin-Wen are very aligned with what Simon is doing, and this would be a new trilogy. On the timeline, that takes us well beyond 2030. That's what lies ahead. Meanwhile, several other Star Wars projects are already in motion, including The Mandalorian and AMP, Grogu, set to hit theaters in May 2026, Star Wars, Starfighter, directed by Sean Levy, and the next chapter tentatively titled New Jedi Order, which will once again feature Daisy Ridley as Rey. Sophie Turner and Kit Harington play lovers in The Dreadful, a horror film featuring a manipulative mother in its first trailer. After releasing the first stills, Lionsgate has unveiled the official trailer for The Dreadful, a 15th century set horror film built around a forbidden romance and a dark curse. The movie reunites Sophie Turner and Kit Harington, who previously shared the screen on Game of Thrones. While they played siblings on the HBO series, here they step into the roles of lovers. Turner stars as Anne, a woman anxiously awaiting the return of her husband, who has gone off to war. Her life shifts when she encounters Jago, a man from her past, and learns that her husband has died in battle. As Anne grows closer to Jago, her mother becomes increasingly determined to control every aspect of her life, descending into manipulation and violence. The film will arrive in U.S. theaters on February 20, 2026, though an Italian release date has not yet been announced. Marcia Gay Harden co-stars as Morwen, Anne's domineering mother. In the trailer, Morwen warns her daughter about demons who walk the earth in the form of men, just before Anne crosses paths with Jago on the beach. Initially, Anne tries to keep her distance. She is newly widowed, and being seen with another man is frowned upon, but the connection between them is undeniable, leading to secret meetings. When Jago gently suggests that Anne distance herself from her mother, Morwen discovers their plan and reacts with fury. The cast also includes Lawrence O'Furane and Jonathan Howard. Turner not only leads the film, but also serves as a producer. The Dreadful is directed by Natasha Kermani, who recently told People that the cast and crew endured rain, mud, and freezing winter nights in the English countryside to bring the story to life, a story steeped in fear, desire, and regret. Kermani described Sophie Turner as the film's emotional center. After voicing Valka in the animated How to Train Your Dragon 2, Cate Blanchett will now portray the character in the live-action sequel to How to Train Your Dragon. Gerard Butler is also set to return as Stoic the Vast, reprising the role that made him a fan favorite in the original films. This new How to Train Your Dragon 2 is not the 2014 animated sequel, but the follow-up to the live-action remake released in 2025. Alongside the previously announced June 11, 2027 theatrical release date, today brings a far more exciting update. The cast will include both Blanchett and Butler, two major Hollywood stars who voiced Valka and Stoic in the original animated franchise. They join Mason Thames, who returns as Hiccup Horrendous Haddock III, the young Viking at the heart of the saga alongside his dragon, Toothless. The franchise is based on Cressida Cowell's 12-book series How to Train Your Dragon. The new film also features Nico Parker as Astrid, Julian Dennison as Fishlegs Ingerman, Bronwyn James and Harry Trevaldwin as Roughnut and Toughnut Thorsten, and Gabriel Howell as Snotlout. Butler's return is unsurprising given his role in the 2025 live-action film, but Blanchett's involvement was far less certain, making her casting an especially welcome surprise. The film is directed by Dean DeBlois, who helmed the original DreamWorks animated trilogy, which concluded in 2019 with How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. For those less familiar with the franchise, Valka first appeared in the animated How to Train Your Dragon 2, and later in The Hidden World. She is Hiccup's mother and Stoic's wife, a fierce, rebellious, and even revolutionary figure who spent 20 years living among dragons in the Dragon Sanctuary. Stoic the Vast, meanwhile, is Hiccup's father and the formidable chief of Bear de Sec. A towering, muscular Viking, he long hoped his son would follow in his footsteps. He believes his wife died years earlier. The plot of the new How to Train Your Dragon 2 will likely diverge from the animated version. A few months ago, DeBlois revealed that the film might take an unexpected direction, explaining that there are elements of the animated sequel he regrets, or wishes he had handled differently, changes he may now address. With the script still in development, nothing appears to be fully locked in. Expectations are high. The 2025 live-action How to Train Your Dragon grossed $636.4 million worldwide on a $150 million budget. If the sequel matches or surpasses that success, a third live-action installment is almost guaranteed. Paul Mescal has revealed a behind-the-scenes detail about Hamnet, the film that won Best Drama at the 2026 Golden Globes, specifically regarding one emotionally shattering scene. In Hamnet, In the Name of the Sun, Mescal plays a young William Shakespeare. In a recent interview, he admitted that he needed a bit of help to get through one particular moment in the film. In Hamnet, Shakespeare struggles with writer's block. Adapted from Maggie O'Farrell's novel, co-written for the screen by O'Farrell and director Chloe Zhao, the film follows Agnes as she meets Will before he becomes the celebrated playwright. They fall in love, marry, and have a daughter, Susanna. Meanwhile, Will becomes increasingly consumed by his writing, growing frustrated and uninspired. The tension peaks one night when, drunk and overwhelmed, he lashes out at Agnes as she tries to comfort him. The scene unfolds in a single long take, the camera fixed on the couple. Mescal explained that he made an unusual but crucial decision to fully capture his character's emotional state. I drank for that scene. It was emotional for me because I'd never done that before. I don't think it diminishes the acting involved. It's not like it doesn't require. I just don't think I would have felt safe doing it without Chloe and Jesse. And I think it opened up this feeling of being very disconnected. I felt very close to Jessie throughout filming, but that day, you can see it in her eyes. We're not connected in a way that really serves the scene. According to Mescal, the scene conveys not only Will's creative paralysis, but also the feeling of having something to express as an artist and not knowing where to put it. It's a sentiment he relates to personally. It's something I understand. I didn't grow up surrounded by actors, writers, or artists. I didn't have access to that world. I know what it feels like to want to escape, to go somewhere you might finally have access to a real conversation. As much as Will loves Agnes, I don't think she's someone he can share that artistic frustration with. It's not something we see them talk about in the film, he told Entertainment Weekly.